Ready.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start the recording. And I'm gonna let everybody in right now.
Welcome in, everyone. I'll just give you a few minutes just to get situated and get your audios connected. Hi. Welcome. Welcome, graduates, and welcome to your family and friends who are able to join us and support us on the live stream. Graduates, you've made it. We've done 5 weeks of CASA training and you've made it to the start of your advocacy journey. It's always a very exciting day for us, and I'm sure it is for you as well. Today you will be sworn in by one of our judges. You'll get to meet your advocate supervisor. I know we've talked about your supervisor a lot throughout this training, and you'll be matched to a child. So on behalf of our training team, I'd like to thank you all for all the time and effort that you've put in throughout the training and your continuing commitment to helping a young person. I feel really fortunate to being able to support all of you and to share some of my experiences and to support your facilitator throughout the 5 weeks. It's been really nice to see you connecting with one another, and I really hope that you continue to stay connected with your training group and have that support throughout your advocacy. So just a few things to go over before we get started. Please make sure that you keep your videos on and muted until you're directed by the judge to unmute. So when we get to the swearing in bit, you'll unmute and it's going to be chaos because we'll hear you all reading off your oath. And then just if you're having any tech difficulties, do reach out to Kayla. She's going to be here assisting during this ceremony. You can send her a private message. Kayla will also pop just a quick message in the chat as well, just so you know she's there. All right, so we can get started. I'm going to hand over to the wonderful judge, Judge Losnick.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, while I didn't have the opportunity to be part of your training, I have in the past. I know how much work you've put in. I know what commitment that you've put forth. And I thank you all immensely for becoming CASAs or about to become official CASAs. The gratitude for the court cannot even be expressed in words. You are wonderful. You help us a great deal. Please keep coming back. Please keep taking more children because we all need you ever so much. And on that happy note, I'm going to have each of you raise your right hand. And this is the part that gets a little chaotic, but I'm going to have you repeat after me. And state your own name.
All of our graduates, please make sure you unmute so that you can be heard by the judge. Everyone else, please mute your screens.
Let's start over. Everyone unmuted, looks like, except maybe Jer and Charity. Okay.
So all of our graduates are unmuted.
Okay.
Yes.
I state your name.
I'm
Do hereby swear
Do hereby swear
that I will truly and faithfully
that I will truly and faithfully
perform the duties
perform the duties
of court-appointed special advocate
of court-appointed advocate
on all cases to which I am appointed,
on all cases I am appointed,
that I will do so according
that I will do so according
to law and the policies of CASA,
to law
and
and
policies of
policies
CASA
of Los Angeles,
of Los Angeles,
and that I will always act
and that I will always act
in the best interests of the child or children
in the
in
best
the best
interest
interest
of
of the child or children
for whom I am appointed.
for whom I am appointed.
Now, each of you needs to sign and date your oath, please. Anyone need more time? Okay, next, we're going to take the oath of confidentiality. This is very important because all of our cases are confidential. I will tell you a quick story. I have a foster daughter that became one of the youngest CASAs in LA County, and I asked her about her first case, and she told me she couldn't talk to me about it. So that's how serious your oath needs to be taken. And on that happy note, I am going to indicate that as court-appointed volunteers, you will have access to the dependency court legal files and proceedings. As you know, the files and the dependency court proceedings are confidential. You are charged with the responsibility of upholding the confidentiality of these cases. You are not to discuss the cases nor reveal the identity of the children with any persons other than those individuals who are rightfully involved in the case. This would include court personnel, social workers, family members, attorneys, and other professionals assigned to the case. I'm going to ask each of you to unmute again and again raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
to uphold the confidentiality
the total confidentiality
Confidentiality
of the information contained
of the information
contained
in the legal files and all other case information
in the
in
legal
the legal
files
files and all other information
that come to my attention
that come to my
come to my attention
during the course of my work
during the course of my work
as a court-appointed special advocate.
as a
as a court-appointed special advocate.
Please sign and date the oath of confidentiality. Do I get to now tell them the CASAs or do you?
You can hop in there. You get that official moment.
Well, congratulations to all of you. You are official CASAs. Yay. All right. And Jeremy, I think you're going to tell me what comes next.
Yeah, if you'd like to go through each person who's graduated today and just chat to them a little bit, that would be great.
I sure would. We were going
Thank
to
you.
start with Hannah Ardilin.
Oh. Hi.
Hi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kind of like a virtual handshake because I'm not there to handshake or hug, which probably I would do, but I'm very proud of you. Do you have any family members that you wanted to introduce or say hi to?
I think my mom and my dad and my husband are on,
Nice.
and maybe my aunt and my cousin. So
Very
hi.
good. All right, thank you. And Sarah Boronsky,
Hi, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. Virtual handshake.
Yes.
Congratulations. And do you have anyone that's joining us today?
I don't today. My family's at work.
I think they're recording it so they can watch it later. And let's see, Kedria Battle.
Yes, hi.
Hi, virtual handshake for you too. I'm gonna put my hand out for everybody. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Any family or friends you want to say hi to?
Not today.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And Ian Garcia,
Yes, Your Honor.
virtual handshake first. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very well. Do you have anyone that you would like to say hi to?
My brothers and my sisters and possibly my dad watching as well.
Excellent. I'm sure everyone's proud of all of you. All right, Michelle Giarratano.
Hi, Your Honor.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Good. Any friends or family you want to shout out to?
Just in spirit, I'll send them the link.
Okay, perfect. All right, Marquita Grenoshire.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. And handshake.
Same. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. And how are you today?
I'm well. And yourself?
Same. It's a big day. Any friends or family you want to shout out to?
Well, I think my family may watch it later, but one of my daughters is on, Alyssa.
Nice. Very nice. She must be very proud of you. All right. Next is Rachel Lip.
Hi.
Hi, Rachel. Virtual handshake for you as well. And you're doing well today?
Yes, I am.
Any friends or family you'd like to say anything to?
No, I don't have anyone watching. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I know I have a habit of looking at the screen instead of the camera, so I apologize if it looks like I'm not looking at each of you, but I am. All right, Luba Rosenblum.
Hello.
Virtual handshake for you too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good. Any family or friends that you'd like to say anything to?
I'm gonna send them the link. They're at school and work.
Yeah, it's a tough time, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
All right, Amanda Sandberg.
Hello.
Hello. Virtual handshake for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm good, thank you.
You're welcome. Any friends or family you'd like to say anything to?
Yeah, the Cartwright family, the Brown family, the Thomas family, and my professional mentors, Robert Coleman and Rick Morgan.
Lots of support there. Good for you. Thank you. And Martha Swiller.
Hello.
Hi. Virtual handshake to you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And is there family you'd like to say anything to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, who will watch later, for inspiring me. She was a teacher and therapist my whole life, so I saw her working with kids all the time. And to my daughters and my husband for supporting me through the process.
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Gail Waylandall?
Eulendahl. Thank you, Your Honor.
Kind of close. Sorry. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And how are you today?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Very well. Thank you. It's a pleasure to get to do this. Any friends or family that you'd like to say anything to?
Just say hi to my sister, Robin, and a thank you to my mother, who's no longer here, who fostered 5 children.
Good for her. Good for her. It's not easy. All right. Max Eisenberg.
Hi, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well. And you?
I'm also doing great. Yeah.
All right. Virtual handshake. Anyone you'd like to say anything to?
And my partner and our dog is here on lunch break. Hey, Renee.
Did you say partner and dog?
Yes, dog.
What kind of dog?
He is a Schnauzer Terrier mix.
I'm a dog rescuer and fan, so I had to ask. Okay. I'm not trying to embarrass you. All right. Taylor Alexander.
Hi.
Virtual handshake.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Today?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Anyone you'd like to say anything to?
My family, who will watch the replay, and I'll tell them to pay attention for this shout out.
Excellent, thank you. All right, Sienna Hood.
Hi there.
You are, sorry. And how are you today?
I am good, excited to be here.
Congratulations, handshake. Anyone you'd like to shout out to?
No one to shout out to today.
Okay. And Olivia Wu?
Hi, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
There you are. Virtual handshake for you. How are you?
I'm good. Super
Very well.
excited.
Very, you should be. You guys worked hard. Anyone you would like to say anything to on the video?
I'm jumping on the dog train. My 2 are here watching very intensely and seriously at this whole thing. So
what kind of dogs are they?
I have a Husky German Shepherd mix and a Lab and Shiba Inu mix. So large dogs.
I was going to say, we're not going to hold them up and put them in the screen. Okay.
They are not, but they are here watching.
Supporting you all the way.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Madeline Lerner.
Yes. Hi, Your Honor.
Hi. Congratulations.
First virtual handshake.
It's kind of weird, but it's better than not getting to do one at all. And anyone you'd like to shout out to? Nice background behind you.
Thank you. I don't live here.
I do the same thing when we have meetings. It makes me think that I'm somewhere beautiful in a
Yeah.
tropical island instead of my cluttered office. But all right, I think I got everyone. Congratulations to all of you. You guys should be
Yeah,
so
that's
very
great. Thank
proud.
you so much. If anyone, I wanted to open up, see if anyone had any questions for you, if you have time.
Oh, feel free. You don't know this about me, but I'm on my 32nd year of sitting in dependency court. I think I have the longest track record of anyone in the probably world, but definitely state of California. And I'm happy to be here still, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Anyone? When I do social work training, I say, look, there's like a target on my back. This is your opportunity, but you guys are in obviously a different place than they are.
Yeah, Ian has a question for you.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I guess a good starting question would be, what has been your experience working with CASAs? Is there any stories you could share?
Invaluable. Absolutely invaluable. I have put forth a few different CASAs over the years to be CASA of the year. Generally, it's the person that goes above and beyond, which is hard to imagine because you all go above. This particular CASA would drive to Tulare County every week and see this young boy. Yeah, real commitment. And the dad was a big, strapping, scary guy, and he tried to scare everyone, including me. And our CASA never gave up on the child and never let the dad intimidate him, and just stood his ground and did his job outstandingly well. And the child ended up landing even better and ended up being adopted by the family, though the CASA had to kind of work around the dad and his trying to intimidate him, but he worked really hard on the case, and it was an really good outcome. So you guys make a huge difference. And I'll tell you from my own perspective why. Everyone else in the court has an agenda. The attorney for the social worker wants to put forth their position. The attorney for the parents pretty much always want the child or children to go home. The child's attorney might be somewhere in the middle, but has a client. And in walks this breath of fresh air, the CASA, who really just tells us what's going on, what they think should happen, and why. You can talk to everybody. There's no restrictions. So your input really is invaluable to us. I want you to know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are very welcome.
Marquita has a question.
Sure.
Your Honor, given your long tenure on the bench, how have you seen dependency court change over the last couple of decades?
Good question. I see it as a pendulum that swings. It becomes very, by the department's perspective, not detaining all of the children that they meet, and then something will go wrong. And by something going wrong, it'll be the Noah Quattro kind of case, or the Gabriel Fernandez kind of case, where the child dies and something bad happens. And then that pendulum just kind of swings completely the other way. And it feels like there's way more detentions and a lot more kids are being taken in because the liability, and it's scary. And then we kind of come back to what I'll consider normal. And then that happens again. And then it just sort of keeps going back and forth. The law changes occasionally and sometimes takes us for a loop, sometimes doesn't. I'm sure, for example, you've just discussed the Indian Child Welfare Act. Currently, we have two divisions of the appellate court telling us completely opposite ways to handle them. So we as judges are saying, well, what do you want us to do? Because we can't figure it out. We do it the way we think we should, and then we get reversed. So things just kind of come and go. But, I feel like the good work we all do never goes. We just have more obstacles sometimes. I hope that answered your question. Any other questions? Well, I will sign out then so you can all start your celebrations.
We do have one more. If that's
sure.
Yeah.
I could talk all day. Ask Lynn. So
thank you. Ian has another one.
Sure.
Sorry, it just came to mind, Your Honor. Is there anything you would wish that CASAs would do differently?
No.
Or improve, or do you like things as they are?
I think things as they are is really incredible. And for those of you that end up with teenagers, who are my favorite group because I refuse to grow up, they're really difficult. And they're going to tell you, you don't know me, get out of my face. And, just stand strong, stand there. I raising my own and with kids here, I always say, I'm not going anywhere. So as soon as you're ready to tell me what's going on, I'll be here. but, expect them to say, get out of my face, get out of my life. I don't need you. They do need you, and they need you a whole lot because they're tougher to place, and they've had probably a longer road in the system than some of the younger ones. And they kind of get it. But if they have somebody neutral that's just in their corner, I think it makes a huge difference for them. That would be my plea, I guess.
Thank you, Anna.
Sure.
Great questions.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. So thank you again.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me, and everyone go out and celebrate. And I look forward to seeing you in court soon, which most people I say you don't want to see me in court, but I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Great. Congratulations, everyone. So, yay. So I saw some hand claps. So we have just a few people from CASA who would also like to congratulate you. First up is our CEO, Charity Chandler-Cole.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me with these headphones on? Okay, perfect. It was a little shaky earlier. Well, first, congratulations to all of you. I am so excited that you all decided to take this journey and graduate today. And I want to make sure it's understood that at CASA of Los Angeles, our CASA volunteers are literally the backbone of our organization, and we really can't do the work we do without you. The work our CASAs do goes beyond advocating on their behalf in court and in schools and other settings. You have the ability to provide experiences that affirm their worth and value in this world. You have the ability to empower our children to be the best version of themselves, despite what the world, statistics, and others have told and shown them they are capable of. Your role as a consistent advocate and even friend in their life is so important. And I'm so grateful that you have decided to embark on this new and very rewarding chapter of your life. I do want to encourage you all through this experience to always seek out new knowledge and information and to understand the cultural context and histories of the youth you interact with. I ask that you be intentional about knowing and learning about their backgrounds, the communities they come from, the historical, racial, and societal barriers, burdens, and circumstances they and their families may have endured that brought us and them to this moment in time, so that you can make healthy and sound decisions and recommendations and build relationships that are not rooted in bias or made based off of personal judgments and assumptions, well-intentioned or not, but that are birthed out of equity, deep love, and care, and with the goal of making them whole. Thank you so much again for stepping up to the plate to advocate and show up for our children. I also experienced a child welfare system when I was younger, and I wish, knowing what I know today, I wish I had a CASA. So thank you, congratulations for completing your training, and I look forward to working with you all.
Thank you, Charity. Great. So next up, we have our recruitment and outreach manager, Angela Daltrey.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations. I'm so excited that you guys all graduated. Now I want to ask you guys to invite somebody to become a CASA volunteer. You know what it's like. It's fresh in your brain. If you need any help, call me. I'll put my email address and my phone number in the chat. Here at CASA, we're trying to recruit. We have different groups. We have an African-American Black group. We have these are new groups actually. And we have a Hispanic, Latino group. And we also are gonna have a LGBTQIA plus group. I had to get it right. I'm sorry for the stutter. But we wanna make sure that we are reaching out to the different communities and bringing everybody in and telling them about CASA. CASA needs to be known. We need to advocate for our children. The job you do, just like the judge said, is an invaluable job. It is an amazing job. I've done CASA, I've been at CASA, and I absolutely love CASA. I absolutely love CASA's mission. And the energy that I have is legit because it's been this way since I've been at CASA. So thank you guys for being at CASA. Congratulations. And I'm excited for you. If you have any questions or if you want to join us in our recruitment and outreach efforts, come see us. If not, we'll just email you anyway and ask you to come see us anyway. But thank you and congratulations. Bye.
Thanks, Angela. Okay, and then we have our Chief Development Officer, Marie Carpenter. Hi, Marie.
Hi friends, congratulations and happy graduation. My name is Marie Carpenter and my team and I, we manage our fundraising and marketing efforts. As you probably already know, CASA LA is a nonprofit organization, so we receive the majority of our funding from individuals and businesses and foundations, and all the donations are to support our work together, as well as, you know, hoping to grow and serve more children in the system, because we know that we need to do that. So I'm here to tell you just more about how we do that, and some of the events that you can also be a part of now that you're part of our CASA family. So as a CASA volunteer, I do ask you just to keep your eyes and ears open when you're out in the community or in your neighborhoods, for partnership opportunities that may lead to more funding and more awareness around the work. So for instance, a couple of years ago, a couple of our CASA volunteers, they had children dancing in a local studio, and the studio does an annual recital where they just donate all the ticket sales. And these two CASAs, and they change the charity every year. So these two CASAs pitched them on CASA LA, and we received all the proceeds from their ticket sales, as well as the studio matched it, and then a local family from that dance studio decided to match it as well. And then that resulted in $45,000 from this effort. So something like that. It doesn't come out of your own pocket, but it is just it does take a little bit more time to get the information to them. But we're here to help and assist. You can simply send me an email and say, hey, I saw this, and what do you think? And then we'll do everything. We can take it on, and we can have a conversation around that. So that's just one example of a third-party partnership. There are many local businesses, restaurants are looking for charities to partner with, so we have done a lot of that. We also have a very robust grant making program. Some foundations do require an introduction by someone that they know and trust, and so that could be you, and we can, you can facilitate that introduction for us. Actually, last graduation, someone mentioned their mom was part of a local foundation, and now we're talking. So some companies have matching gift programs. They do match dollars, but they also may be matching your volunteer hours. So you may want to look into that. And then there's sponsoring events. So you may be working for a company that does want to do that. So, we have two major events, and one of them is coming up this Saturday called Wine and Art. It's really fun. It's in the downtown LA Arts District this year, and there's food and drinks. But the major piece of it is the art show, where there's like over 180 pieces of artwork. It's all been donated by local artists. Some are very well known, some are starting out. We have a lot of artwork from CASA Youth, as well as youth from other organizations we've been working with. Actually, the most CASA Youth artwork we've ever had this year. So all of it's auctioned off, proceeds to benefit our work, but with the CASA Youth artwork, it is split with them. So we do share the proceeds with them. So please, if you would like to get tickets, some are still available, but it is, starting to hopefully sell out, because it does every year. So just want to put that out there. So you can see there's lots of different ways to be part of us outside of your awesome and amazing, advocacy that you'll be doing. So lastly, we are very active on social media, and when we talk to CASA volunteers, it's always, I heard it from another volunteer, or I heard it from another, like an influencer. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. We will have a nice photo that we took, a screenshot of you getting sworn in. I'll be sending that over to you all and giving you all the information. If you wanted to post that on any of your, social media platforms, please do so, and we'll give you all that. So I will put in my email address in the chat, and please keep in touch, and thank you so much for doing this, for taking your time, and for your support.
Thanks, Marie. I love everyone's giving claps, so it's so nice. And then we have Chief Volunteer Officer Lynn Gabriel.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Rachel. There are some of you, I know, I feel like, Amanda, I feel like I know you too, because I've seen you at the in-services. So it's so good to see everybody. And I hope you're all excited. I'm excited for you. I've been with CASA I've been saying 10 years for a long time. I think maybe it's 11 now. And I was a CASA volunteer for the 10 years before coming to work here. And just to check the time, Emily, you gave me 30 minutes to speak, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, great. You guys are all just dying a little bit inside. Please don't go out for 30 minutes. I just wanted to tell you a little bit. I know it's exciting and nerve-wracking thinking of the child you're going to be matched with and meeting that child and what exactly you're going to do to get started. But I will tell you, one of the first kids that I worked with, she was a baby and was just getting released from the hospital. She was medically fragile. I have no medical background, but I find it all very fascinating. So I was really excited to work with her. She was placed in a home in Castaic. And some of you may be going, well, where's Castaic? Which is what I did. And it's a ways north, not as far as Lancaster, but it's up there. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is so far. And then she got moved to Apple Valley. And I live mid-city. And then she got moved to Woodland Hills. And I was like, oh, it's so close. So you'll start thinking of those things too. But just a quick thing about one of the things that I did for her, that when you to just stay very curious about your case. I was going to go to a doctor's appointment with the foster mom and with the child. And I called the doctor's office and they said, oh, she canceled the appointment. And I said, oh, okay, I guess I'll, find out what happened, because I didn't know she'd canceled it. And lucky for me, the office worker said, she's canceled the last 6 appointments. This is a medically fragile child. I was like, she has? Because they can see everything. So all these things started adding up, and she really was not taking care of the child's needs, and ended up, it just wasn't a good placement. And I was really honest. I just asked the foster mother all the questions too. I noticed she canceled these appointments. Can you tell me why? And just remained as neutral as I could. And when she realized that we were on to her, she drove the baby to Encino Hospital and dropped her off at the emergency room at 11 o'clock at night with none of her clothes or her toys. And she stayed in Encino Hospital for 5 weeks because there wasn't a placement. And that's when they finally got the placement in Apple Valley. She, the foster mother had said that the child was non-ambulatory. So she was going to need a lot of extra help and a much higher rate of pay for the foster parent. And I'm happy to report that within the year after that, she got adopted by the family in Woodland Hills. And the mom made me a scrapbook of her walking in Hawaii with some leg braces on. And it was a really good outcome to that story. But sometimes you don't know what questions to ask. So you can always ask somebody that's working with a child, is there anything else that you'd like to tell me? Is there anything else I should know? And you're just collecting information. So being a CASA, when it comes down to the nuts and bolts, being a CASA is pretty simple. It's the emotional stuff that's tough. And so just making sure, and I know you talked about it in training, making sure you guys all have a really good support system and that you have ways to alleviate stress and to people to talk to. You always have all of us, and we have CASA connections for education rights holders, for tweens. We're starting up again with an early childhood one for kids 0 to 5. And there is a transition age youth CASA connection. So that's just like a monthly Zoom, and it's just kind of casual. You can come on and not say anything and just listen to everybody talk. You can say, hey, what did you guys do when you first started? I've got this issue. But it's a really good time to connect with other CASAs. And those will, the dates for those come out in the monthly buzz, which should be in your CASA email boxes today. Congratulations again. You guys are all going to be great. Like everybody else, I'm going to put my email in the chat, and I would love to hear from you. Love to hear from you and love to get your feedback about training. So thank you all for doing this.
Thanks, Lynn. All right, and we have next our Chief Program Officer, Mika Khan.
Thanks, Emily. Hi, everyone. Congratulations. You'll hear a lot of that. We're that proud to have you all be on board. As Emily mentioned, I am the Chief Program Officer here at CASA, and what my role really entails is I oversee our specialized advocacy programs, as well as provide support to our main advocacy program that you're all joining, and I oversee our data and evaluation team. And so what something that you're really going to see as you come into this, you've just gone through your training phase and now you're officially coming into your advocacy phase, is the fact that no one case is the same. And the training that you go through is incredible, but you're always going to keep learning because there will be small, nuances about your case or specific resource or need or family member. And what we hope to do in the advocacy team is just continue to support the amazing training you've already received, whether that be with resources, whether that be checking in with your advocate supervisor, and also just as you identify gaps in areas that you might need more support, or more importantly, that your child might need more support. So something we're always doing is trying to look for ways we can develop partnerships with the community so that our CASAs have more direct access to services for their young people. We tend to find that our CASAs need more tutoring support for their young people because there are wait lists, or even the fact that we have a need for specific mental health services. The list can go on and on. So as you are on your case and you're getting, your feet wet and getting to know everyone, as well as your advocate supervisor, if you're seeing that there isn't a real clear direct resource that you need, feel free to reach out to me, because that helps us know what we can build in our resource database as well. And just to touch really briefly on a few of our programs you're probably going to hear about while you're in it. You've got the early childhood program. I know Lynn mentioned an early childhood CASA connection, but that serves our 0 to 5. We have incredible trainings through that program specifically. So if you ever decide to take on a little one, you will be very well supported. That program also covers expectant and parenting youth. So if you end up working with an older youth, but they end up becoming pregnant or expectant, or you're working with a young father, we also have supports and resources for them as well. I know a few of you are essential history CASAs coming in, so you'll probably hear about our essential history program, which is slightly different in terms of advocacy. Instead of being matched to a child and being super involved with their whole team, you're instead reading the child's entire case file and creating a comprehensive summary of all key events that have happened while they've been in the system, which is an incredible tool to social workers, judges, attorneys on cases, because they can look at the whole picture and make more trauma-informed decisions, which is what we want for everyone. So if at any point while you're, maybe finishing up your first case and you're interested in trying a slightly different type of advocacy, you should check out Essential History. And then the final program I'll touch on, which you'll probably hear about, is Youth Justice. We obviously serve not just children on the foster care dependency side of things, we also support our juvenile justice involved youth. And you may end up with a case where your young person is currently or may at some point be involved in the juvenile justice system. We have resources for that. We can help you navigate that side of the system, which is slightly different. So just know that we are here to support you. You do not need to know everything coming in. That's the point. And it's actually better because it allows you to come in more open-minded and really learn about what you and your young person need. And so with that, I'm actually going to transition into talking a bit about your advocate supervisors. And really quick, before I do that, I want to make sure, yes, okay, sorry, I was reading the chat to make sure I didn't miss anything, but you are all about to be, separated into your breakout rooms after this so that you can meet your advocate supervisors. And this is, I was formerly an advocate supervisor, and I can say it's one of the best jobs to have. We really love the ability to be able to support our CASAs and make sure that they know they have someone to talk to when something comes up on your case. And so really make the most of your monthly check-ins with your supervisor. They're really there to help you. You don't have to get everything right from the get-go. They want to be able to guide you and support you. And it doesn't hurt to keep up with your ETO notes. I'm going to throw that out here. So when they ask, I promise it's not because they're trying to nag you. It's because they really want to be able to support you and have the full picture. So each of the advocate supervisors will tell you a little bit about the timeline and what to expect in terms of next steps. I'm going to just kind of have all the supervisors who are on just turn their videos on just so you know what they look like, and you'll be separated into your groups after. But I see we have Ben Miller. Ben, can you give a wave? I see we have Jessica Rivas Valle. We have Stephanie Hadidi. We have Chelsea O'Neill, and I know Chelsea, and we have Jessica Gonzalez. And I want to just give a shout out because one of your graduates is an advocate supervisor, Kadria Battle. So I'm going to just have a big shout out for Kadria. It's always wonderful when our supervisors finish training and can, start off with you all and know what you're coming in with. And so I will be putting, and just for Essential History, we also have Chandler Bruin. She's our Essential History Program Coordinator. She'll be meeting with one of you just to talk through next steps on Essential History as well. So I really look forward to all of you getting started on your journey. I'll be putting my contact information into the chat, and we're always looking for ways that we can make your advocacy experience better and make you feel like you are as prepared as you can be to work with your young people. So congratulations, excited for the next steps, and can't wait for you to get started.
Thank you, Mika. Okay, just before we say goodbye and you go into your breakout rooms and meet your advocate supervisor, two people who you have gotten to know over the 5 weeks would like to just say a few words to you. So Kayla, do you want to go first?
Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the trainer of the Saturday class, and I did co-facilitate the first session of the weekday class. So you all have seen my face at some point, but just I know you're excited to meet with your advocate supervisors. So I just wanted to say a quick congratulations. Like everyone said, we're so proud of you. I know it's been a long journey from you completing your first application from today. For some of you, it's been years waiting for this. So I'm so happy that you're finally joining us. From here on out, we put you into the care of your advocate supervisors who you'll be meeting in a moment. But I do want to also allow Taina some time to say congratulations to her class as well.
Hi, everybody. Congratulations. You've made it these 5 weeks. You've worked really hard. You've asked deep questions. You've really come together as a team, and you've worked on court reports together. So I hope you all stay in communication. Your first class, the people you've connected with, they've all experienced what it is like to start out in this training process. So please keep in touch. And one thing I try to remind you all is to take care of yourselves. Lynn mentioned self-care. I want to talk more about that. So there is like an industry of self-care now. There's a lot of commercialism attached to it, but self-care is taking walks and taking time away and stepping away for a little bit, taking deep breaths, drinking water, drinking or eating your salads, and making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Your family and friends hopefully now know all the hard work that you're about to do, but definitely reboot as much as possible, because we asked a lot of you. We asked for 2 years. And we want to see you go through the whole process and get that support and get that network. So without further ado, I just want to say congratulations. And it's been a pleasure staying in contact with you. And I hope we get to talk, and you can email me at any point. Email me and let's stay in contact. Thank you. Congrats.
Thanks, Taina. Some great advice there. Yes, self-care is key. All right, so that's it. That's the end of our graduation ceremony. So we're going to close the live stream now.